Tunji, welcome to your 50 questions with the Epic TV. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so on the scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about life right now?
8, considering circumstances.
No worry, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So what was the first thing you thought about this morning?
So I woke up, looked beside me to make sure my wife was still there. So it was the first thing I thought about.
Okay, describe yourself in one word.
Curious.
Cool.
Yeah. Welcome to Vesta Coffee. Let's go along.
All right, thank you. How did you come about the name Vesta Coffee?
So when we started Vesta Coffee, our thought was we wanted to create a place that represented a home away from home, that represented somewhere where you could be cozy and you could, feel like you were within your house. So we looked through Greek mythology and we're looking for someone who represented that exact, or symbolized that exact thought in our mind. So the name Vesta, the deity Vesta, represented heart, life, home. So we chose that name and just added a little R at the end to make it Vesta.
Okay, that is very deep. If there is good news and bad news, what is the first one you would love to hear?
Bad news first.
All right, I'll ask you some never have I questions. You need to answer never have I or I have. So never have I been on stage in front of the crowd?
Yes, I have been.
Never have I Googled something so I'd know how to spell it?
Yes, I do that all the time.
Never have I called the wrong person but pretended I meant to actually call them?
I do that all the time.
Never have I eaten snake?
Definitely not. I don't think I will.
Never have I smelled my socks before wearing just to check whether they are wearable?
Yes, I have.
Never have I read a whole novel in one day?
No, I've not done that. I'm usually easily distracted.
Never have I had a crush on my best friend's sibling?
No.
Never have I been electrocuted?
Yes, I have been. I'm an engineer by trade, so it comes with the territory.
Never have I fractured myself?
Yes, I have as well.
Never have I been to a strip club?
No, I've not.
Never
Interestingly.
Okay. Never have I gone to the wrong restroom?
Yes, I have done that before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
Lagos is
I'm just going to place my order. Is that okay with you?
Okay, yes, that's fine.
What's my latte, Maxim? Yes.
Okay, so like I was saying, Lagos is not exactly a place where people have imbibed the coffee culture. How has it been so far?
So one of the reasons why we started Vesta was we thought there are 200 million people in Nigeria, 20 million people, 24 million people in Lagos State. And we know there's a huge population of coffee drinkers. But the problem is a lot of the people that drink coffee in Nigeria drink the bad stuff. What you would call instant coffee. You buy in the supermarkets and all. So what we wanted to do was change that culture around. Now the process has been slow because we've been trying to educate people about coffee and the benefit of drinking coffee the right way. The one that really provides the health benefit is the specialty coffee that we are in. So it's still a work in progress.
Okay. You left being a rig manager of a multinational company to open a coffee shop. Why?
That's a tough question, so I have to sit down for this one.
Right.
So I always wanted to venture out on my own. I talked about being a very curious person, and I didn't want to be stuck in the 9-to-5 environment for the whole of my life, right? So I've always wanted to do that for 5 years before we started Vesta. And I was looking for what were my passions. So my passion was in equity financing, venture capital, and coffee.
Okay.
And I found coffee to be the most compelling of the three. So I went for it naturally.
Okay. Interesting. Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes, because I wanted to see what would come out in the results aspect. So it was surprising. Some events I attended in years past I didn't even remember when I was in the oil industry. I saw pictures of myself, and for some reason saw a lot of pictures of Mike Adenuga. I can't say why.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
I'm trying to remember. Um, yeah, I think it was in a church service when I was still a teenager. So I think I had a testimony and I came out to give a testimony. And for some reason, my accent changed to a British accent. It didn't make sense at the end of the day, but very embarrassing.
What uni did you go to?
I went to the University of Lagos.
Interesting.
Yeah, I studied chemical engineering at the University of Lagos.
All right. What 3 things top your bucket list?
Okay, I would like to visit all 36 states in Nigeria.
Wow.
I haven't done that yet. I would like to visit 70 countries before I die. Still have a long way to go. Coronavirus has not helped. And I would like to skydive.
Wow.
Just because I have fear of heights. So it's my magic pill to cure it.
Okay, so how many branches of Vesta Coffee do you have?
So today we have 3 branches. This is our first branch, our flagship branch in Victoria Island.
Okay.
We have one in Lekki, within Orbit, Lekki Phase 1, just off Admiralty Way.
Okay.
And then we have one in Ikoyi, in an office building, British American Tobacco.
Okay.
And we're working on 2 other branches. Watch your space.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
So, read a book or watch a movie?
Watch your movie.
Tea or coffee?
Is that a question? I'm not going to answer it.
Okay, so how do you like your coffee?
Black, actually. If it's not black, with oat milk.
Interesting.
I don't like animal-based milk, so I prefer oat milk.
Okay. Headphone or speakers?
Headphone.
Headphone. Spirit or wine?
Wine. Red.
Wine. Comedy or action?
Comedy all day.
Interesting. So, what is the one question you hate answering?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Jesus Christ.
I know, right? Have you ever made someone cry?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to enjoy it when I was a rig manager for some reason. It was part of our nature.
Really?
But not intentionally.
That's actually very funny. So, what is your childhood worst memory?
Yes, so I think I was 11, I think. And I just watched some sports TV, and it was a recap of, thank you very much, thank you. So it was a recap of the Olympic Games, so they were showing the high jump. So I was fascinated how these guys could leap from this height and get over the bar and land on a soft pad below or something. So I told my siblings, let's try this out. But what I missed was the soft landing aspect of it. Wow. So I did the jump the way they do it and landed on my right arm, and I got it broke in 2 places.
Wow, wow, wow.
So that's where the fracture comes from.
Okay, so what is your best coffee flavor?
Cinnamon.
Interesting. Interesting. So I want to mention 10 coffee flavors in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Vanilla, chocolate, popcorn, cinnamon, marshmallows, gingerbread, cinnamon dolce, dolce de lis. Help me. Mint, peppermint, and last one.
Okay. We're done. Perfect. All right. So, do you have a personal Instagram?
No, I don't. But it's something I'm hoping to push this year on Instagram and on Twitter.
Okay. Would you say you're a private person?
Very private. I don't like interviews.
All right. What is the one moment you were most nervous?
Tough question. I think it was when I was proposing to my wife.
Really?
Yes,
Aww.
so it was a trip to the... So she was living in the UK then, and then I had organized a trip on a boat to go on the River Thames and propose to her in the middle of the River Thames. So, and then there was a live band that I had organized with, announced it, and then of course I'll go down and present. And that day, when we got to River Thames, the boat was spinning around and the lights came on and they announced it. And I went down on my knee and I was nervous. I couldn't believe it. I don't know why I was nervous, but yeah, that comes to mind quite easily.
Yeah, that is such a beautiful story. Okay, so favorite living musician?
Ed Sheeran.
Favorite non-living musician?
I think it'll be Fela.
So what is your favorite chill spot in Lagos?
My favorite what?
Your favorite chill spot in Lagos?
Ooh, Vesta coffee. Sorry, I'm biased.
That's totally fine. What is the funniest review you've heard or read about Vesta coffee?
I think it's heard. So, an older friend of mine, incidentally, this is where he sits all the time, was here and a friend of his was visiting. So, I think when he called, he said, "Oh, I'm not properly dressed, I'm not coming." So I just come over, a quick meeting, it's not a big deal. And then when he came over, his comment I can't forget was, "Oh, I heard this place is a very elitist place. They only use Mac computers, so you can't bring any Windows-based computers. So you have to be careful coming in and misrepresenting yourself." Like, no way.
No way.
We are simple, down to earth, cater for everybody.
Okay.
So, it was a very strange review. Never gotten over that.
We noticed that Vesta Coffee Space is like a workstation of some sort.
Yeah.
Is that a deliberate strategy?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because when we started, we wanted to make it like a home away from home. We wanted, if you were tired at work, you could work in here and continue the rest of your work. Or if you're an entrepreneur, you can come in and spend some time. No, in the sense that it now became a full-fledged workspace where people actually resume in the morning and end their day.
Great.
And so it was as if we were fulfilling a need in the society, and we just got along with it. Sometimes you have strategy, and then you tweak your strategy to fit what's meant to be.
Okay. So, what was the first event you catered to?
I think it was a birthday party for someone that was living in Lincoln Town. So we provided coffee, milkshakes, frappuccinos and hot chocolate for the person, and some smoothies as well. So that was the very first event, sometime in I think early October or so, 2018. Yeah.
Okay. In one word, what comes to mind when I say Ajay Gunle?
Rough.
Tiwa Savage.
Fine.
Coffee.
The best.
Do you only serve coffee at events?
No. So we do milkshakes, we do hot chocolate, we do smoothies, we do frappuccinos, we even do some pastry sandwiches, we do parfait, which we find that a lot of people are in love with, using Greek yogurt. So we're very flexible with a lot of events. Depending on the event, we tailor it to that event.
Okay. Can you tell me what was your inspiration when you created this space?
So what we wanted to do, especially someone coming from the oil industry, what we wanted to do was create a space that represented the whole world, right?
Okay.
So it was a case of, if you were in any Vestar coffee shop, you could be anywhere else in the world.
Okay.
So this is a collage of New York. New York is a city that I absolutely love visiting, love being at. So I wanted to represent it in this collage. And then also, like I said, I'm a very curious person, so I'm always researching for information. So found pictures of maps, old maps depicting various places in the world.
Okay.
So we just created it for this location and just replicated the same thing.
Okay.
So we wanted different spaces represented in the same workspace. So that's why you'll find that you might have a soft couch here, you have a conference table here, we have a workstation there, and you just have comfy meeting chairs there. So in one single space, you could have 5 or 6 different themes being represented.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind it.
Okay, perfect. We had such an amazing time with you. Thank you so much for having us here at Vesta Coffee. This is 50 Questions with Mr. Tunji of Vesta Coffee.
Yeah. Thank you for the 50 tough questions.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.